from Duthie's Etsy Summer School. Let me take you through the things that I am doing to get my shop in tip-top shape that you can follow along with, and hopefully we can work through the quiet time so when the busy time comes, we're all ready for it. And yeah, today's slightly different. I never have things set in stone for what I'm going to do. And sometimes Etsy pushes my hand. And today, really important to do this thing. Etsy is closing my favorite tool on Etsy, Search Analytics Beta. If you don't know where it is, it's in your dashboard under Marketing, Search Analytics Beta. I've loaded it up because it can take a couple of minutes, well, a little bit of time. The more data you have, the longer it takes. Etsy's phasing this out, and there's a lot of data in here that's really kind of cool. Now, hopefully you are ready. If you're following along with me at the beginning of the year, I already made a keyword list on Etsy of the keywords that worked best for me in 2023. And that generally includes some looking in at the Search Analytics Beta, but this is really important right now. So let's create a new list. This is on eRank. You don't have to do it on eRank. We could do it on a pen and paper and whatever else, but need to save this data because we're not necessarily going to get it. I have the added bonus of the fact that I'm putting this on my screen and recording it. I will be able to come back and look at this. But anyway, let's call it SA data. Now, Search Analytics data 2023 and now. So, I've made a keyword list. Where did I put it is a good thing. These are all alphabetical, aren't they? There we go. So we want to go into this one and have a look at it. There's nothing there yet, but I can add keywords from here. Now, this is not ideal because Etsy doesn't allow you to download any of this data. eRank hasn't managed to integrate this into the Sidekick tool yet, and now Etsy's taken it away. So the only way we can do this data is a little bit slowly. So when you open up this is going to take you to the last month, the last 30 days from just now, and compare you to last year. So I'll just quickly go through the data here so you're comfortable with it, and then we'll talk about it. So this is kind of what you see straight away. So it's telling us, compared to this time last year, my traffic, now this is just traffic from Etsy search. So you look at this and go, I have a lot more views than 70. Yeah, this is just the stuff from Etsy search, and it doesn't include the Android app yet. So it's not everything, but it's good data. Now, how long you want to pick, like generally 70 views isn't going to be enough. I'd want to look at a larger time frame, but this will do for just now. And you see how much of that resulted in a sale. Percent of visits resulted in a sale. So that's your conversion, which is nicely up on last year. How much you made, that's all nice to see. And then you've got this data here. Now, there's two columns that are so important that are already here. We've got the search query. This is the actual terms that customers were searching for. And impressions. Impressions are the number of times when people were searching for that keyword, the number of times Etsy showed your listing to them. So when you go, oh, what's Etsy doing? They're not helping me out here. Hey, they tried to show your listings. Like, I've got many more than 70 impressions. Etsy showed me to a lot of customers. If customers aren't clicking on my listings, that's my fault. Basically. And then we have the position. This is the average position they saw you at. A good example here is Ben McFuzzylugs. If someone searches for that, that's my shop name, most of the search page should populate my items. So the average position they're seeing me, if there's a search page of 40 listings, if they, Etsy's counting the average of all of those listings, so they're seeing me on average at position 19. It doesn't mean that every single one of my listings is at position 19. So again, position 237 will mean that's the average of where all these 386 people have seen me. Some people click through more pages, some less. Some people will see me on page 1, some not so much. And then you see the number of times people clicked on you that were shown. This 386 times. How often did they visit? What's the conversion revenue? And what listings? Now, this is a cool one. I hope this shows up when I open it. I believe it does. What did you just do there? So you see, I see what it's done. Anyway, this is open for a cat bookmark. Eatsy's done an annoyance, but it's showing the data for the individual listings that appeared when people search for cat bookmark. So here's the listings that Eatsy's trying to show, and it's starting with the ones that got the most impressions. So like here's just even an interesting one. This one got 39 impressions and was showed at an average of a position 167. This one only got 8 impressions but was shown at 151 on average. So it's showing this one a little bit more than that one. And when it showed that one, people weren't clicking on it and they were clicking on this one. So hopefully this position over time might be changing and going up. The average position might be being shown more. So that's all really useful things to see. But a couple of things I want to do here. Firstly, filter columns. You can add other columns. I like visits per impression. It's just a nice way to see. It gives you a nice percent for all of the times that Etsy showed you, which is important to Etsy. Etsy has so many listings it can show to the customers. It wants to show the customers the ones they're most likely to click on and then most likely to buy on. I mean, obviously, a really good conversion rate's great, but if we're looking at my data for the past month, the conversion rate, this one's 100%. But yeah, we only had one visit, and that one person searched for a very specific keyword and they clicked. So that's not enough data to tell me a whole lot. So we've got this visits per impression. I like to filter by impression. So if you click on something, it filters down, shows you. Now, there's 2 reasons something can have high impressions. Firstly, it has to have a lot of people searching for it relative to everything else. And it also your listing has to be being shown. So if you've got a lot of people searching for something and Etsy's showing your listing, that's got to be a kind of good thing. But again, if we look at the visits per impression, that gives us some extra data. I'm only going to look at these kind of top things because the impressions get too low after that. So I can say with like these top 3 things, we've got a very, very good, a good enough amount of data there to give us some answers. You'd really want more than that. I'd like to see hundreds of visits to be able to compare, but I'm looking and going at these. When people search for Samoyed, they are visits per impression. They're quite highly likely to click on my items. The same cat bookmark. Now that's a very interesting one. So these are keywords that I want to keep a close eye on. They have some impressions. This is only for a month when I haven't had a whole lot done. I don't need to keep an eye on Ben McFuzzylugs. I'm optimized for that. Everything's good. But if we look, okay, so Corgi's the one getting the most impressions. I like the look of this as a keyword because people are searching for it and it describes what my item is. Let's firstly have a look at the listings that showed up for this. And Etsy's telling us how it decided to show my listing. The one it's showing the most is this listing. So I know, this is the one that Etsy's liking the best. It's just saying Corgi there, but where it's finding matching value. So it found Corgi in my title. I am sure my tags for that listing contain the word Corgi. So it could just be the fact that Etsy was going, that's enough information. We don't even have to look at the tags. Or maybe my tags aren't good for Corgi. I'll look into that. But could I optimize this? Potentially. Could I optimize this by making the title a bit better. Potentially, it's not an awful key. It is a little stuffed because I was aiming for some gift. I was experimenting with some gift tags. So I could maybe take out, it doesn't have to say unique dog lovers gift, best holiday gift, well, we don't know that best holiday gift's going to be a good tag for the year, but I could change that around a bit. Best holiday, best dog lovers gift, best unique dog lovers gift for the holiday. There we go, where it makes a bit more sense. Haven't decided what I'm doing yet, but at position 86 and then much lower, it's telling me I have room to improve these and people are searching for them. So instead of waffling on, I will go to my keyword list, add keyword corgi. I mean, I'm talking this through to explain, but you don't want to think about this too much. We're just having a look. And now we get some data. This is my expert account base. Any of the paid accounts give you all this information. You get slightly less from a free account and you only have one keyword list, but you can still save stuff here. So I can see, most importantly, the search trend graph. Hey, people did search for it and it started picking up again just now in June. So that isn't a bad keyword. And again, we're going to look through Ben McFuzzy Lugs, I'm ignoring. Needle Felt Dog, I'm as optimized as I can be. I don't really care about that much. So again, Corgi Gift. Should I keep an eye on that? Not sure yet, but Chinese Crested I should indeed. I don't even know if I can spell Chinese Crested. Not like that. I seriously can't spell. There we go. Chinese Crested. We get a look. It's doing okay for me. People do search for it. They don't search for it a heck of a lot. But when they do, they find my listing. And again, we're seeing only 10 searches there and stuff. This is the USA data at the minute in time, but also any of these numbers, none of these numbers are exact numbers. First of all, I don't believe the impressions is an exact number. I think it's also based on the number of listings that you have. So kind of you're seeing 168 impressions, but why is only 3 people visiting when they've searched? Well, we get from position 19, pretty much when someone searches, they see kind of all of my listings that Etsy's going to show them. So each one of them counts as an impression. So the impressions might seem higher than what eRank or anywhere else says is getting searched for, because an impression doesn't mean one person searching. It means one person being shown your item. And the same if they got through to listing 237, they've had to click on a few pages. They might have seen some of your listings on other pages too. So that's what impressions are like. Looking at cat bookmark, definitely want to keep that. And yeah, I say just write them down or keep them anywhere. This is keywords that just now, absolutely just now, are getting some views and people are hopefully clicking on them. So they're kind of good terms. So just go in and pick out any of those. I love that Corgi Butt's counting Corgi Butt. And you can keep as much as you want. So you can add as many, well, there's a limit to the length of the lists, but keep a load of them. You can delete them later if they're not great. So interesting, cat bookmark peaked in June last year. Goodness knows why. Corgi Butt, April last year. Still worth keeping. They're still bringing it. So this is the thing. We're using several tools to find out keywords. Now, I could expand. You can change the time frame with this little drop down. But what I'm more interested in is repeating last year's success. Well, let's go back This I chose last year. I loaded it up because it takes a little time. Let's sort by impressions, which the other way around, thank you. So for the past year, there's the impressions, and again, we're adding the visits per impression. So we've got visits per impression and conversion rate. So, I forgot to do that. See, look, got me thinking. So I want to find also which keywords actually got me money. That's important too, because we're saying I've had an uptick on visits resulting in a sale from search. Now, Ben McFuzzylegs Felt Dog, that's someone who knew of me and was coming looking directly for me. That's fine. But Havanese, not many impressions, but when people search specifically for that, they liked me. So let's go with that as well. I think that's how you spell it. I'm terrible at spelling. Wish there was an easier way to do this just now, but there isn't. So again, people search sometimes. There's not much competition. So these are all... The thing is, you don't just have to find one great keyword. You can, like, corgi butt, that if I optimize for corgi butt, I've also optimized for corgi. I'm saving these so I can see the search volume. But we're going into what was good last year, which I was down from the year before, but it was still good, and it's the data we've got. So we've already picked Corgi. Corgi Gift was good for me last year as well. So let's put in Corgi Gift. And another cool thing to do that I should have done already, but when you're looking, so Corgi last year was at an average of a position 178. This year, why have you changed? This year, Corgi, that's still, yeah. Come on, go by impressions. Corgi is at position 237. What did we say? 178. So my position has dropped compared to last year, and that's probably because people aren't clicking on it and buying it. That can improve your position. So something, I know which listing is doing the best here. I could possibly sort of promote that on social media a bit, kick some links out, so that it won't help you rank specifically for Corgi, but getting a bit of movement on that listing, getting people noticing it might help Etsy to start showing it out a bit more. So there's something I've seen there. Corgi bookmark specifically, I was ranking quite well for that. Did I include? I did. No, I haven't put Corgi bookmark yet. So Corgi bookmark. And all these little thinking out louds I'm saying of, the positions dropped compared to last year, and all this, you can in the, there's notes. Where's the notes gone? Oh, there used to be notes. We seem to have stopped notes. Okay, well, you can take notes for yourself. Gonna have to ask the team what happened there. We used to have notes. But make notes for yourself about why you're doing the things you're doing. Let's see, were there any last year with high enough searches? Dogs, plural. There's one I hadn't thought of. Just looking at keywords. Dog bookmark, did we already have that? No. Okay, maybe I was hallucinating about the notes because it's in other things, but what we can do is, well, I know that Corgi is my top keyword, so I could make that my top most impressions, so I could make that green to say to myself, hey kiddo, maybe make some more listings, maybe do well with that bookmark. And again, Corgi bookmarks is maybe a slightly further down one, just giving myself a little note to myself about what I'm thinking here. Samoy again. Didn't add that, did I? Which is interesting because it's a Samoyed, so I don't know if we'll get a search volume. That's probably something someone writing in a different language. So I assume that I don't need to assume. I can check. Where did it go? Samoy. So I look at my listings that are found for that. Why? Why are you doing this? When I click on things, you're undoing it. You're going back to alphabetical order, which I didn't want. So maybe this is why they're retiring it, because it's being a pain. It never used to do this. But anyway, click on Samoy. Right, yes. So the tag, interestingly, when people search for Samoy, because this listing says in the title Samoyed, it's that's good enough for them to know that's correct. And it's even obviously that's not so there's not much showing up for that because they're attempting me with other listings. But yeah, let's add the keyword properly. So it's a breed of dog that seems pretty popular. Again, not loads of people searching, but there's still some there and people are finding me. So that is good to know. The other things you can see here, like it's talking about pet painting. Now I can do 3D pet paint, not 3D. I can do needle felted 2D pet paintings. People are searching for that. And look at this, the average position they're seeing my listing is way down there. So people are really wanting to find pet paintings and they're scrolling through pages and pages and pages to find them. What on earth was Etsy showing? It's not a pet painting. It's because I've said portrait, I assume, but it's custom pet portraits makes it think of pet painting. Interesting. Good to know. Anyway, so you get some ideas of what's going on there. You're picking these keywords. We're looking and going, hang on, this keyword I was ranking better last year than I am this year. It was a good keyword for me. I want to make sure, maybe make some new listings that are really awesome for this keyword. Perhaps if you see in the keyword lists, if I was to come in here and see, for example, Corgi was on the rise a little bit. In fact, let's not just see it. Let's just do this. Corgi is slightly on the rise last month for the month of June. So maybe it's time to pick up some things here. So we said this is the listing that's shown the most for this. One little trick. Simple little one. Don't do this all the time. But a renewed listing gets a little boost in search. So if you do it all the time, it's a lower diminishing returns. But if you boost it just when people are searching with a listing that you know does well for that keyword, that might be shown to the right person, might show higher in search, get a few more clicks, and then Etsy will start putting it even further and further up. So what was I going to do different with this one? Do I have any better pictures there? I could try a different picture. Not super keen on that one. Even just edit that one, maybe to make it a bit different. We've tried these. I should take some more pictures. I do like that picture, but well, hey, the customer decides. So let's edit it. It's got a video and everything, so we're good with that. What did I say? Let's make this one the primary. And let's add alt text. Whenever we're doing stuff, I try and remember and add alt text. Yeah, let's call it tan. There we go. Hopefully that'll help people apply. But how do I make it? Do I just drag and drop? I just drag and drop. There we go. Yeah, do I want to... I don't have the option to crop it. That's interesting. I wanted to zoom in a little bit. Anyway, it doesn't give me the option. But we'll see if that changes things. So we've changed the thumbnail. Yeah, we've got an option here. This is all new. So we were aiming for... What other keywords am I probably... I know we want corgi. We've got corgi. Yeah, it wasn't showing up for corgi, but unique dog lover's gift, is that included? Not as a whole tag, but anywhere in there. I don't have unique anywhere. Yeah, let's just go, because we've already got dog lover's gifts. So I did have corgi butt, but I didn't have... Yeah, I didn't have any other tags for corgi, and Etsy was only showing my item based on the title, so maybe adding corgi again will help. Let's find out. It's a test, isn't it? So we're going to publish changes first of all. So I've made some little changes. Oh, seriously? Was that the one that we just changed? Yes. So let's renew this little puppy. And there we go. So we've worked on this listing. In fact, view on Etsy, because I just want to do a little extra thing here. So I know what I've done. We're going to go to eRank, go home, because it's quicker to go that way. So we've got a keyword list. You can keep working on this, add anything. And so we've worked on corgi and all related corgi type things. I can go to the listing audit from here, paste in that code that we just took off of the listing, took off the URL. So I want to listing audit this. And so I'd already added testing best holiday gift as a keyword because I saw it trending the end of last year. There's no point taking that out. I should have put the date, but I didn't. But 20th, 07, 24, excuse I, testing corgi. Then relisted. So we know what we've done there. The other thing we can do, here we go, spotted on Etsy on eRank. What keywords do I have? Just corgi by itself? I do. So I was already checking for corgi. So we need past 14 days to get some of the data for... Has my listing been spotted for the word corgi? I don't think so yet. So we can sort by the search term. So we know I'm doing okay for myself. People are looking. This is another place you can find keywords if you've connected your Google Analytics. I showed that in the new year video. Let's put that away so you can see more. So eRank Monitor, that's the keywords I've put in and other people have put in. That's in the eRank system. They're searching for that keyword, but we've also got what's the word? Google Analytics, but bespoke dog portraits is bespoke needle. Maybe I need to add some bespoke. that does have bespoke in it, so I'm ranking for it, but that's just the eRank monitor finding me for the bespoke things, not actual customers, so don't need to worry about that too much. But there's a heck of a lot of it. Okay, so maybe I want to deal with bespoke less. It's not all that important a keyword as far as I can see. Okay, interesting. Now, we'd said with this listing best holiday gift, because I'd been testing for it, and it was ranking position 42 and it's dropped down to 43. So yeah, it's ranking at somewhere about position 40 odd, so we can keep an eye on that. That's interesting in itself. Nobody's searching for it just now, but yeah, some other listings were all position, lots of position, lots of goods for that, but I was looking for a corgi, which should be soon if I know how to spell it. Corgi, just corgi by itself. I had one blip on it. So what date was that? The 17th, it was ranking position 45. That is interesting, and it's not ranking there much. It's not been ranking there any other times, but we'll see if in a couple of days I've got some marks on there. I'll have to remember and check on that. The other thing we can do, I don't think that Etsy will have noticed. Wrong tool. Rank checker. I don't think Etsy will have noticed my change that I've just relisted a listing, but let's have a look. The rank checker on eRank just searches for your listings on the Etsy API to show where you're ranking before personalizations. So you can see at best it was that little listing was showing at position 40 a few days, about a week ago. Is it ranking at all? So it's not just now. It hopefully will, but that's very good to know, is that corgi was my hot keyword. I'm not ranking on it for it just now. I want to. I did just renew the listing and change some things up in it, so hopefully, fingers crossed. But I've saved the fact what I've done, and I can go back and check in a couple of days to see if that's still ranking. So, but the thing I'll be saying here, though, the most important thing that you want to start by doing is obviously go into your search analytics beta. It's under marketing on your Etsy dashboard, and find the data. Find the data from your Christmas period last year. If you have a very quiet shop, you might want to look at a whole year. If you have a very busy shop, you might want to look month by month. Look at the listings that had the most impressions. The keywords. Look at the keywords that brought the most sales. See, these are good keywords. Can I make some more listings? Can I improve the listings? Now, don't change listings that are doing really great unless you know what you're doing. It's a kind of risk you take. I know certain things aren't going to hurt my listing. I won't have hurt that bookmark by what I did, because I was mainly getting sales from people finding me direct. But yeah, anyway, little something to do, really important, because Etsy's doing away with this tool, and it's a good tool for keywords that you can save and say, this is what really worked for me last Christmas. I need to start thinking of how to get in front of eyeballs pretty much in the next couple of months. You want to be ranking for these keywords. Because if you're ranking for these keywords when the people start shopping and start buying, you'll get some sales under your belt for those keywords. And if you get some sales under your belt when more and more people start shopping, and when more sellers have put up the listings because they've seen it's suddenly a good keyword, you're already in there. You've got a good search history with Etsy. Etsy goes, yeah, bud, I've got you, and shows you to more people. Anyway, hope that helped. And yeah, if you haven't already, check out my last shop cam for other things you could be doing just now to help out your listing.